As far as an update on BHB, we now have all the colubrids that we have up for sale up on the website. So we've got a really nice group of all kinds of different corn snakes. These guys here are all adults, already proven breeders, ready to breed. So if you're interested in getting anything, this is going to be a great opportunity and a great price point to be able to get some beautiful adults. And again, whether you want them for a pet or whether you're looking for a breeding project, we've got all kinds of really cool corn snakes. Again, bhbreptiles.com, check that out. I also have some really good groups. So some stuff I did individually, others I just did in groups. I believe albino Honduran is a group. I think I have a group of leucistic Texas rat. As far as corn snakes goes, obviously we've have a pretty intensive collection over the years. So a lot of stuff either has a morph, like the one I showed you before was an albino. Now this one looks like a normal, but this male here is a powerhouse. He's got 4 or 5 genes in him too. So there's all kinds of different animals that are available right now. There's a really gorgeous guy right here. This is a ghost corn snake. Again, adult, beautiful size, great temperament, and you have to love how pretty he is. We definitely have a really good variety of different types available, and I like showcasing them. These are all ones, honestly, that I handpicked and raised, so in some ways it's really hard for me to sell them, but also I just know it's what I have to do right now. And for those of you that are familiar with corn snakes, then you're gonna recognize this guy. This is an albino reverse Okatee. It's actually pretty extreme and really pretty. Again, these are ones that I had handpicked because these are ones that we were producing and they produce really nice babies. Makes me sad, but also I just know it's what I need to do. So if something like this catches your eye, go ahead and check it out. Here's another one, this beautiful butter corn snake. I do believe there was a couple of these that are available. I just love this gene. It's so pretty and obviously rightly named. Doesn't it literally look like a stick of butter? How funny is that? Cool gene, beautiful animal, an adult and ready to breed. Some varieties are not only color morphs, but pattern morphs as well. Just like this guy here, this is a ghost striped corn snake. So it has both the ghost coloration and the really cool striped gene on it. I really love producing these babies. Anything striped and or motley, honestly, I'm always been a fan of. This is a gorgeous adult male here, ready to breed or ready to be a really cool pet. I know this guy is not gonna last long. Now this is a gorgeous coral snow. This is something that Brian and I worked with for many years, and we've got a really nice line that produces really pink, really pretty babies. So again, hurts my heart in some ways for these to find a new home, but right now I think that's the smartest thing. So if you're interested in something like this one, you better not wait, you better act fast because this one is gonna go quick. So we still have plenty of other corn snakes that are up on the site, but you know what else we have? Some different Kingsnakes and milks. So let me show you a few of those. So as far as Kingsnakes, I have a group that I'm actually putting up. And this group is actually very near and dear to my heart. It's Lavender Snow California Kingsnakes. So anybody who follows the vlog long enough will know that this is actually a gene that Brian created. And it took years in the making to produce them, and we've been working with them ever since. I do have a small group of these that I had kept, but I'm really gonna just let this go as a group. This is a cool mutation. You've got the cool lavender genes with the ruby eyes, but also you've got the patternlessness of the snow. So it can go from totally patternless to just a little pattern. So I've got a group of males and females, a ready to breed group. This is something really special. I hope somebody really, really appreciates what they're getting if they buy this group. And what I mean by group is the entire breeding group that I have. If I'm not mistaken, this breeding group for the Lavender Snowcals, it contains something like 5 males and like 8 females, something like that. So you're getting the whole group, from the actual Lavender Snowcal gene to some females that are het for Lavender Snow, like all of that again. So it spells it out exactly what you're getting, how many males, how many females, what they are on the website. But yeah, that's the way I wanted to price this one and to sell this, is you get the entire breeding package in this with several males and several females. The next group I put together was albino Hondurans. Now these guys here are actually tangerine Hondurans. And this group here is a group of 1 male and 5 females, ranging from albino tangerine, the actual gene, to there's 1 female that is an albino and het for tangerine, and one normal looking one that also carries the gene as well. So you get a really nice group. If you're not familiar, Hondurans are really cool. They're big bodied. They get a lot bigger than most colubrid snakes. They're very cool and very beautiful. This girl right here actually is in shed right now. That's why she looks a little pale and kind of milky, but you can imagine she's bright red and has really cool coloring. This is a really nice group. It was really hard for me. I had went back and forth. Am I selling it? Am I not? So I'd say if you're interested, go ahead and get to the website before I change my mind and take this group down. Obviously, there's a ton more adults over on BHB Reptiles. I can't show you all of them. So go ahead, go to the website, check it out, and you can see them all there. So I spent a good chunk of my Sunday going through all the 2025 leopard gecko babies that we produced, identifying and labeling them. So that means all of these guys can now be put up on the website. I want to show you a couple bangers that actually I came across. So we did specific breedings, and one of my favorite groups is the dark Max Snow. So you can see by this, again, like these guys are turning out so cool. This little cutie here, look at how dark it is, and the little white toes. How cute is that? Now, this isn't the darkest we have. This is just one that I thought was kind of cute. So another one out of that dark group actually is this striped one. I just love the way the stripe goes down the back. Like, this guy here is super nice, really cool. And a lot of times what's cool with these guys, they keep getting darker the older they get. We were really shooting for our own dark line of really dark, really black ones. I think honestly in everything I do, I might just keep back a couple of the darkest animals we have just for fun, just to see if I can finally produce that jet black one on my own. Who knows, we'll see. But this guy here I thought was really cool. Let me show you some crazy tangerines that we produced. So we've got a really nice line of tangerine. I believe Jessica labeled it like blood. You can see, look at this baby here. Crazy orange. This thing looks like it's on fire. I love it. And again, I've got a lot more too, but this one here definitely caught my eye. Super bright orange. It's really fun to see. So obviously I've seen these when they were first hatched, but they change a lot from right out of the egg to this size. And that's a good thing now. These guys are well established, ready to be put on the website. And let me tell you what, ones like this are gonna go really fast too. So if you're interested in any of these, go to the site soon, because otherwise, you're gonna miss out on your chance. Another group that I decided to keep and breed this last year was the bold bells. I have always loved these. It's not something that you see a whole lot of. I'm not sure why the bell albino gene just isn't as popular as some others. I personally love the way it looks. It definitely has its own unique kind of coloration on it. And if you guys know anything, the different albinos in the leopard geckos do not cross. So they will cancel each other out. So if you choose an albino, you got to stick with that. You can't cross them. But the bell albino I think is really cool. These group is a bold bell, and that means that they have that really bold stripe down their back. I love these guys. Some of these even have a clips in it too. So these are really cool, and we've got a nice number of them available. So I am very excited about what came out of my favorite group, which had super snow and eclipse and all kinds of crazy stuff. I've got a good number of these guys out of this whole breeding group that look a lot like this and even crazier. This guy here is a super snow eclipse. It actually is also known as a pied galaxy. I remember when Jessica first started producing these, they were definitely one of hers and mine favorite, and that's why we worked this group so hard. I mean, these guys are all unique. With the pied, you just never know where that white's gonna show up. They're very cute, and I just love the super snow with all those little dots on it. We've got all kinds of varieties that came out of this group, and I can't wait to put them up and show you all. As far as ball pythons goes, this is a really hard job. So I know I've already pared it down, but I told you guys I'm trying to get down to maybe 3 or 4 racks. So that means I have a lot more paring down to do. I've went through and I've already marked my initial ones that 100% are gonna go. I think this is gonna be a process. I've got ones that I'm marking right now, like this gorgeous female ghost spinner. I mean, as cool as she is, I love her, but you know what? She doesn't fit into any breeding project that I want to do right now. So it doesn't make sense for me to keep her. Stuff like this is a great opportunity for you, again, whether it's a breeder or a pet. Look at this gorgeous girl. So I've got her as well as several others that I'll show you, and many, many more. And then as the months go on, I'm definitely going to be adding more because, again, I need to reach my goal of 3 to 4 racks at the most of adult ball pythons. Another girl that is on the website is this girl here, is a Lemon Blast Orange Dream. And while she's huge and beautiful and really cool, again, I really don't have anything to breed her with that makes any sense. So it doesn't make sense to keep her. But if this is something that would be a great addition to your collection, I would jump on it because she's big, she's beautiful, you can see she's friendly, and yeah, ready to make her way to somebody else's home. Look at this girl here. This is an albino Enchi, and she is gorgeous, and I really do love her because these two genes together make a beautiful animal. I got nothing to breed her with, so it doesn't make any sense for me to keep her, but she is a gorgeous animal, obviously big and ready to breed, or ready to just make a great pet. But look at that albino and that Enchi, such a pretty combination. And this one right here, this is a female Lori pinstripe. And while I am going to work with the Lori gene, she just isn't fitting into my game plan. So this is a really cool, really pretty adult female that, again, is very docile. It's a really cool pattern. It's a great gene combo of the pinstripe and the Lori. They go really well with each other. And then you can also either just stick with this, you can add other colors or flavors to it too. But this girl right here is definitely on the website. Then there's something like this gorgeous guy here. This is a male pastel pied ball python. Again, he's a super cool pied. I love him. He's bred well in the past, but honestly, if I'm trying to make the cut, he doesn't make the cut. So this is a beautiful animal that is definitely available on the site. You can see, I mean, pieds are just amazing. Whether you want to breed them or you just want a really stunning pet in an animal, we've got tons of different pieds that are at the Reptarium and over at Legacy, but unfortunately, I just don't need another one for that project, right? So this guy here is on the website and looking for a new home. So as you guys can tell, I can't show you everything on this video that we have. There is a ton of different animals that are on, from adults to babies. If you want to go ahead, go to bhbreptiles.com. You can see the entire list of what's available and not miss your chance to pick up some of these amazing animals at really good prices. And don't forget, guys, what I showed you here was adults. There's also a really good selection of baby ball pythons as well on the site. Moving into the new Caledonia room. So even though these guys are some of my favorites and I'm definitely going to be keeping some, I do have to weed some out. I have a lot. So let's start with gargoyle geckos. So I have a pretty good variety of different ones, from reticulated ones like this girl right here that have that really cool pattern, to some different red stripes like this. So going through, I am definitely going to have to put most, if not all, of these guys up for sale. I think trying to figure out what my plan is everything I keep is going to have to stay in just this room. I only have so many cages. I definitely want to keep my lychee geckos, which are big and are going to take up the bigger cages, but I have a ton of these. I have breeders, I have holdbacks, so pretty much anything I have is going to be really nice, and I'm gonna have to put it up on the site. So if you're looking for cool pets or even really cool breeding projects, look on BHB Reptiles, because I'm gonna have a lot of really cool gargoyles up. Let me show you a few others. This one is a really nice red one here. You can see, and if you know anything about these, they fire up and they fire down. Right now, he's about midway, so he's definitely not fired down, but he definitely even gets redder than this. So this is a really nice male. We've got lots of really cool males and females. All of these are already breeding, as well as I do have a few raise ups too. I can show you a few of those as well. Wow, guys, check out this gorgeous girl here. Talk about the really cool red and bright and vibrant. So a lot of these, this girl included, comes from a bloodline from Tiki's geckos, and you know he's got, oh, don't bite me. He's got that really nice red bloodline there. So we've got some really nice babies that we've been raising up, like this girl here. But you know what? I've got to make room for other things that we're doing. So even though we handpick things like her, gonna be up on the website, so you're gonna have a really good opportunity to pick up some really pretty, really cool animals. While I don't have a lot of them, I have a handful of crested geckos that we've had. I am gonna keep a few, obviously for educational purposes with the Reptarium and Legacy, but as far as breeding, I definitely don't want to be breeding these guys anymore. So I've got some really cool ones, some lily white, some phantom, some I don't know. Nothing too extravagant, nothing too expensive, but definitely beautiful nonetheless. If you're looking for a really cool crested gecko, I do have a few on the site that are very cool for pets or maybe even breeders. Look at the pattern on that one. I'm telling you what, I love that color and those cool markings. I don't know if you guys have ever really checked out the head on a crested gecko. It is literally the cutest thing with their eyelashes and their really cool flat head that almost has like a crown type with all the little spikes coming off it. I fell in love with these guys from the first day I've had them, and I tell you what, I'll probably always have one or two just as really cool pets just because they are one of the coolest things ever. So if you're thinking about getting one, be sure to check out BHB Reptiles and maybe you'll find the one you want there. Another really cool new cal we have are some Chihuahua geckos. Now I do have a small group of these. I am going to keep a couple, but I definitely am going to be putting a few of these on the site too, because honestly, again, don't have a huge amount of them, but these guys honestly are really cool. They actually remind me of a Leachianus gecko. They don't get as big, but they have the same kind of body composition and kind of mossy color to it, but they're a lot less money and they stay a little bit smaller. So again, I don't need all the ones I have, so I'm only going to keep a couple, purely educational. So if you're looking for a really cool new cal that is similar to a lychee and definitely a little bit different than a gargoyle or a crested gecko, a Chihuahua gecko makes a great pet to look into. Looking through the racks of the holdbacks, I found this really cool red and orange super stripe. Look at the color and the pattern on that. This guy is popping. But you know what? I'm just gonna have to let it go. So if you're looking again, like if these are opportunities for you guys to pick up some really cool holdbacks that myself or Jessica had actually handpicked and started to raise for projects that just aren't gonna happen anymore. But even if it's for a pet, look at how gorgeous this is. And this one seems really nice, really tame, but I am just loving the coloration and the pattern on this guy. And how do you not fall in love with these guys when you look in their little eyes? They are just the cutest things ever. The other thing we have at New Cales are babies. So maybe you want to start and you want to just have something from a little hatchling like this guy here. It's actually well started. They hatch out a lot smaller, but it's still pretty tiny, right? So I have a few of these guys. I have a few gargoyle geckos. I have a few crested geckos, and I have a few baby lychees that I'm actually gonna let go. I'm gonna show you guys those two in a second, but these guys are so cute. And if you're looking for something a little smaller so you can actually raise it up, I have stuff like that for you on the site too.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.